By the improvement in digital technologies and the increased accessibility, this allowed us to create our whole project digitally of a professional level, which was what we intended to. We used Google Blogger to share all of our work, and this essentially became our media exercise book. I personally started off knowing quite a bit about technology and being fairly skilled in this area, as I have a huge interest in technology and study IT. But even I developed my skill set in digital technologies across the A2 project. The research into inspiration for our music video started very early on in the year, as by the time we returned to school from summer, we already knew what we were going to be doing this year and therefore had already started researching this during summer. The majority of our research was through Google and also through YouTube. I typed into Google clever music video ideas and was hoping for this to inspire me to have an amazing idea, but unfortunately it did not. We then thought that we liked the concept of it starting off sad and dull, and then eventually as the song went on, it would get more happy and upbeat. This is when we were keen on a music video of a child being bullied and would eventually rise up and overcome the bullies, much like Bars and Melody, Hopeful. But we eventually decided that this was not mature enough for our target audience that we wanted to reach. We then went to YouTube to try and find music videos of artists that we knew sung sad, meaningful lyrics, and would try and get some inspiration from there. There we found Martina McBride's Concrete Angel, which is a music video which is very alternate to the common music video. This is due to one of the main characters dying in the video, which has a powerful effect on the audience but is rarely used. The video also cuts from the narrative element of flashbacks to the performance element of the artist singing by herself, that our group all loved and immediately knew that's what we wanted to recreate in our video. Throughout the research and development stage of our project, we used our mobile smartphones to interview people. The development of smartphone enables us to have a portable video recorder and also allows us to very easily transfer this media onto whatever separate device we wish. By having a smartphone, we were able to instantly receive some feedback on whatever questions or products we proposed to the audience. During media research lessons, we were able to go around the sixth form block and interview whoever was willing to take part, as all the members in the sixth form were included in our target audience age boundaries. We could then upload this to our blogs and analyse both the positive and negative feedback we received to ensure we produced the best music video, website and digipack possible. The internet was extremely helpful in allowing us to create an ideal start image for our target audience. We were able to gather secondary market research off Google in order to find out exactly what different ages wanted from an artist that was designed specifically for them. We also researched media theorists, such as Richard Dyer, to find out what a successful start image needed and could therefore create ours with his theory in mind. We also searched famous artists, similar to ours, such as Taylor Swift, to find out if any comments on their YouTube videos or social media pages highlighted why they have such a large fan base. The internet was also useful for research into locations and scenery, as we found what sort of locations similar artists use. We found that in order to try and make the video look as professional as we could, we would need to use famous landmarks and show that an effort was made into finding good locations, and not just of local areas, as this is what attracts a large audience to the video and it makes it more interesting. By finding that a large number of locations needed to be visited, this aided us in establishing our narrative of the two girls travelling round to many places, highlighting the multiple times they spent together going to do different things. When creating our animatic, we already knew the multiple different locations we wanted to film at, and therefore knew the different shots we needed. This allowed us to create an animatic that would be as similar to our music video that we had in mind as possible, so that we could then see if everything looked good and when it was properly planned out. By researching on YouTube similar music videos, which included the sad and slow-paced element like ours, we were then able to get a better sense of timing for each shot, and could see how the cuts between shots needed to look in order to emphasise and maintain the emotional element. As an extension to our animatic that we drew, we also created a GoAnimate, which is essentially a digital animatic, which once again reiterated how crucial and important online technology was to our A2 project, as this is a tool that we did not know existed for last year's AS project. When filming our music video, there were many different elements we used that were more advanced than last year's AS project. Last year, my group used a semi-professional digital camera, a tripod made out of stacking books, and a dolly that was improvised by using a moving computer chair. This year we ensured that we borrowed the professional camera, tripod, dolly and lighting from the school in order to create a music video that would look much more professional than our video that we produced last year did. We were then able to easily upload the video clips from the camera onto my computer where we edit by a piece of technology which compresses a file in the recorded format and then sends it through a USB slot in a format that can be manipulated by the computer for editing. We also tried to focus this year a lot on the lighting of the video, as we knew that during the nighttime car crash scene there would be no natural lighting, so we needed to carefully plan the positioning of the artificial lights in order to maintain a consistent professional feel. This year we made sure that we would visit a higher number of different locations, something that we didn't do last year, to create a more interesting and exciting video. This year our music video was edited on Final Cut Pro X. This is a program that is commonly used by professional filmmakers, as it is an advanced program that produces very good final products through the use of added tools and features that were accessible. This meant that we did not edit on the school computers once again, as we didn't last year either. We decided it would be more beneficial for us to edit on a device out of the school, as this would be more accessible for us whenever we needed. Last year we edited our AS project on iMovie, and this is an amateur program that did not provide anywhere near the extensive amount of features that Final Cut Pro X did. The main feature that was a huge development on last year's editing was that we were able to personalise the colouring and effects on filters on this program, which meant that we could recreate the exact filter we had in mind and did not have to settle for one that was pre-designed, and that meant you had to compromise on exactly what you wanted. We used tools on websites such as SurveyMonkey.com, which allowed our group to collect anonymous online audience feedback by proposing different types of questions that required both qualitative and quantitative feedback. From the surveys that were gathered post-production, this allowed us to ask questions such as, what was one thing you didn't like about the video? Which constantly allowed us to make the relevant changes such as cropping the flashback clips to make them shorter so that they didn't drag on for too long. As it was all done online, we were able to attach a link to our music video to the questions, allowing them to refresh their memory of the video and then answer the questions as accurately as they could. This is another element of digital technology, as we were able to gather feedback without actually having to be present. The Digipack was designed on Adobe Photoshop and was created by thoroughly analysing similar artists' CD covers and drawing ideas from there. We knew that after researching similar artists such as Adele, we wanted there to be dramatic lighting, and after researching Jess Glynne, we wanted to include a close-up with a wet-faced look. We were then able to take the images from Amelia's multiple photo shoots and edit them to exactly how we wanted. This year, we were much more creative and advanced, as a member of our group had recently been learning how to use Photoshop in a more extensive manner in a different subject, and therefore knew many features that we weren't aware of last year. We were able to attract our target audience and create an appropriate digipack for our artists through the research we gathered into other artists and successful digipacks. Amelia's website was created using Wix.com. It's an online service that enables novice users to produce their own website for free. It provides a wide amount of templates that can be selected, depending on what your website is for. From the template, you are then able to edit whatever you do not like about the current layout, and of course able to replace any images or text to be specific to your artist. The website is created in order for Amelia to be promoted and also acts as the main feature in linking all the different social media campaigns and acts as a centre point for the artist. On the site it includes the music video, digipack, social media links, tour dates, background information on the artist, and many other features that enables the audience to feel as close to Amelia as possible. This year's website was an improvement on last year's site, as I sat down and researched into Google and YouTube ways in how to create a better and more advanced site according to audience wants and needs. The social media links on the site and an embedded version of the music video allowed us to create a cohesive advertisement campaign for our artist and allowed them all to interlink with one another.